let's get started. What should you do if you discover your family has secrets? So according to a popular blog, there could be a case for keeping things mum. The writer says setting boundaries can sometimes improve relationships. So have you ever discovered a family secret? Lisa, I throw it to you.
I know. Well, I was the subject of the secret, and then I found out about the secret because I'm from Cape Breton Island, and I grew up thinking that my grandparents were my parents. You follow me on that?
Yeah.
Okay. So my mother was my sister. I sound like a country music song. My mother was my sister. So I wasn't told until like I was 11 years old. When I was able to do the math that a 52-year-old woman couldn't have me, actually, back in 1968.
Right.
So the family had the secret. But the funny part is everybody in town knew except for me. So the secret was only kept from me, and everybody else kind of knew.
At what age were you told?
11, after my grandfather passed away.
And who
11 or
told you?
12. I don't remember. To be honest, I think I found a birth certificate or something. I was a little ruder. I went through everyone's
Were you
birth.
mad? Were you like?
I was stunned. I was stunned, and it really does make you question, oh my gosh, like what has been going on for the past little while. 11-year-olds back then weren't as sophisticated as they are right now, frankly. But I mean, I remember thinking to myself, okay, well, this is my grandparents. But the funny part is that when I first started dating, and I would try to explain to people who others were in the family, one guy actually said to me, I think I need a PowerPoint presentation. Because I still referred to my grandmother as my mother, and my mother I now call my mother as well. We have a very great relationship, and I know you're watching, Bob. Gee, sorry for talking about this on national television. But I believe that if that circumstance happened again, I would definitely tell the child from an early age, you're adopted, it's an in-family adoption, because there's no shame about that at all.
Yes.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that word shame is a big part of that with secrets.
Yeah.
And I agree with you 100%. Yeah.
We have a message from Facebook from Nancy who said, secrets are secrets for a reason, I suppose. But when I found out at the age of 15 that I have 4 half-siblings, and then at the age of 40 that I have a full brother, I truly believe there actually should be no secrets within the family. And I mean, I think there is a difference between keeping someone's privacy. Like if someone tells me a secret and it's inconsequential to anyone else, I keep that. I'm a vault, right? Like I think that's so important. But many family secrets actually do have an impact. And I think if you're actually just avoiding talking about something because you feel like it's too uncomfortable to discuss, I think that families oftentimes can wear, like the weight of that secret can have huge reverberations.
On everyone.
You know what I mean? On everyone.
But just if we go back to age, don't you think there's an age that maybe you wait until a child is old enough at least to process
but
it?
maybe when they're younger, they can just get it integrated.
It's us that kind of makes it strange, and like if they just knew about it from the start,
Exactly.
they just get accustomed to it. Because kids can really get used to almost anything.
Oh yeah,
you know?
kids are a lot smarter and a lot more savvy than we give them credit for. I don't know if I would call it a secret, but it's just something I've always had a hunch about in my family. I've shared on this show that my great-grandfather, my paternal great-grandfather, is Chinese, hence my last name. It's actually, it's Yen. It's Yen, but it just kind of, it's Ian, but it's Yen, it's I-E-N. And so the way the story goes is that James Yen, my great-grandfather, left China, I believe Hong Kong, and came to Trinidad looking for fortune to build business in the early 1900s. He met my great-grandmother, they got together, they had 5 kids, including my grandfather, my paternal grandfather, had business, all these different things. But the hunch I've always had, and just given the timing, is that he left a family in China. Like, I really think that there are Chinese relatives there, and I've never been able to really research it. No one's really talked about it. Everybody has passed away for the most part, so it's gonna take some real digging. I don't know if I can ever find it, but that part, it's always really been something where no one really talked. I remember asking, my grandmother, my grandfather, like, well, no, he came, and this is what he did, and but they never got married, my great-grandparents. And so I just wondered, I thought, maybe they didn't because he already had a wife. I don't know.
I feel like
just maybe.
this has a lot maybe to do with those companies that exist now that you can go online and so I feel like a lot of family secrets are coming out.
Yeah.
Like it's a discussion at the dinner table.
That's true. That's actually been making headlines. Like people are finding out their fathers are not their fathers, and so
all
on.
of that.
And it's all coming up back generationally and so on. Very
Can you imagine
interesting.
getting that email out of nowhere? You take one of those tests and you want to figure out what part from Ireland you are, and all of a sudden you get an email saying, hey, I'm your brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's happening.
Yeah,
and
it
it's
is.
kind of, okay, I don't know if I want that much information.
Right?
But there is a little part of the privacy thing, which I think could be, you know, if you think
Yeah.
of it, secrets as, it's not always, you know, sort of salacious or gossipy or whatever. Sometimes it can be about just holding your own information until you're ready to share it. So, you know, I think of a lot of my friends who've come out. You know,
Yeah.
maybe they weren't comfortable at that point in their life talking to their family members. And I really think in that way, the kind of secret really could just be about setting a healthy boundary.
Yeah.
Right.
When I came out
That's
as
a good point.
When I came out as a conservative, it was tough for my family. I said it was really tough on my NDP family when I came out as a conservative.
All kinds of things, yes.